Gary's Anchorage, Fraser Island. I've been here stayed a few days, went exploring with my new inflatable kayak, gave Skybird's top sides a bit of a clean before I paddled ashore, see the big tides, and went to explore the surrounds of Gary's Anchorage, named after an Aboriginal indigenous person who used to come and hunt here. The area is full of wildlife. In the evenings I did hear the dingoes howling, and but there's lots of other wildlife. Stone curlew there on the right, common curlew, and the dugongs. I've yet to see them, but lots of wildlife, including crocodiles, and I know the local rangers have to wear stinger suits for Irriganji. This is something I didn't know about when I went running, because I'm a keen runner, to get some views looking north here from the southern corner at Gary's Anchorage. It's really looking over a small island. Running can be dangerous on Fraser Island because of the dingoes, who hunt in packs, and if they see a lone runner, they've been known to attack. And actually an attack did occur, I didn't know, but when I was on the island. So a little bit of ignorance on my part, and I was lucky to not encounter any packs of dingoes. They're okay when you're in big numbers, but look at the beautiful rainforest and scenery here. Very few people come to this part of the island because it's quite inaccessible. The tracks are very rough, so it keeps the four-wheel drivers, the yahoos, out of the way. But I've been a yahoo myself. I have taken a four-wheel drive trip a few years ago on the ferry, on the Roro ferry, over to the east side of the island where the SS Maheno wreck. And this is an actual official highway. It's quite busy and touristy. But if you get into the middle, there's this beautiful Lake Mackenzie. It's got this incredible blue water. But never far away are dingoes, and they were here long before man, and they've got a right to be here, but they don't mix too well, as I say. So be careful. Anyway, it was time to leave Gary's Anchorage after a few days, and on a dead low tide, I motored out of the anchorage, extremely shallow. Had to be very careful to get out onto the main Great Sandy Strait and turn north, take the tide, and catch the wind to go up towards another anchorage further north, as you can see on the chart here, called South White Cliffs. And that was quite an adventure to sail to South White Cliffs, which I'll show you in the next video, because of basically it's not navigable at half tide, but I tried to get through, which was quite dramatic and quite stressful. But that's part of sailing. So here ideally it's just running down on the jib. It's easy to maneuver with the jib, to jibe rather than have the main up, and it's also expedient not to go too fast in shallow waters. As you'll see in the next video, there was quite a few people who didn't do as I did and had some issues, but you have to religiously stick to the channels, and your depth will dictate where you can go. You know, Skybird has a draft of about 4 3/4 foot. You know, it's like 1.6 meters in the Australian metric system. So you have to really watch it, and you should always move on a rising tide, of course. This part of the island, the west side of Fraser, is, as I say, is pretty quiet because it's inaccessible except for people by boat. But you'll come across anglers and other sailors, and it's a really, really beautiful part of the world, unquestionably.